Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of Omaha Places, the podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Cahner Olson, and I'm the founder of Omaha Places and 402 Social.
And I'm Delaney, the digital content coordinator for Omaha Places.
So this podcast has been a long time coming. Actually, my goal for this year was just for us to do a test episode, see if we even liked recording a podcast. We did do that test episode, and both of us were like, okay, that was really fun. And now here we are actually launching our own podcast.
We're going to be coming out with new episodes each week, talking about places we've been, answering listener questions, and letting you know what events are going to happen this weekend. So tune in for some behind the scenes stories and enjoy the journey.
All right, cool. So let's get right into it. Where did we go this week? I actually was out of town this weekend.
Yeah, you were in New York City.
Yeah, I was in New York visiting one of my friends for a little bit. So I actually didn't go to as many places as I normally would. We did go on a team retreat though it was me, Delaney, and two other girls who are also on our team, which you'll probably hear a little bit about them as we're talking. But we went down to Best Nest Farms, which is in Glenwood, Iowa. It's about 30 to 45 minutes from Omaha. What did you think of the farm?
You know, I actually didn't even read the email before we went, so it was a nice surprise. There are alpacas there, and I didn't know the difference between llamas or alpacas, but
Wait,
now,
do you know the difference now?
it's definitely a weight difference.
Oh,
I believe, because I read the sign a little bit, but
okay.
Anyway, cute animals.
Yeah.
And they were fun to play with, and we got to
Mhm.
stay in a covered wagon.
Yeah, so I knew about the covered wagon part. It's a glamping spot, and the covered wagons, like, they have AC and heat and full working bathroom, shower, like, all of that. So they're a really good option if you're not, like, fully into camping. But I knew we were gonna be glamping. I don't even think I knew about the alpacas or the kayaking. We got to go kayaking too, and so that was a nice surprise for me as well.
And the owners took us all around the
Mhm.
farm, and it was so cool.
Yeah, they drove us around in the
And
golf carts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and rangers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really fun. And that was our first team retreat.
And what was also funny about it was we had very little reception for being social media people. So we kind of got to disconnect a little bit too.
Yeah, that was really nice since we are always on our phones. But we were, of course, filming content. So the video might have gone out by the time this episode airs.
So yeah, stay tuned for
We're
that.
going to be doing a video on them. But yeah, it was a nice little getaway. We were kind of cracking up though, because even though we didn't have any reception, we were still filming content, obviously. And so everyone had their personal phone and their work phone. So we just had so many phones out the whole time.
At least 8 phones on us at all times.
Yeah, between 4 people. So that was kind of funny. I also went to music bingo at Cross Strain, which at their downtown location. And I was looking up information about this because I knew I wanted to talk about it. And on their website, it says they have music bingo every Wednesday, but I definitely went on a Thursday. So I'm not actually sure what I went to, if it was the reoccurring music bingo or what was going on. But that was so much fun. It was actually a drag bingo. So they had 2 drag queens there, and they did like a little performance as
cool.
well. And I just love Cross Train, and I don't know why I don't go there
And
more
Cross
often.
Train, is that at Millwork Commons?
Yeah, it's in Millwork Commons. They also do have a La Vista location too, so I know they do quite a bit of events there. And their website too, I was so impressed. They are like very organized with all their events on their website. So I would definitely recommend going there because I had a lot of fun at that.
That sounds like fun thing to do with a bunch of friends.
Yeah, totally. Where did you go this week though?
Speaking of friends, I've joined a club so that I could meet some, because I probably moved here just 2 years ago. So I joined Zarban Run Club, but I actually had to film the Shoes and Brews event there.
Yeah.
So that was exciting. They're going to have that event next May 29th, I believe.
Okay.
But they have the Zarban Run Club every week, Wednesdays at 6 and Saturdays at 10:30 p.m.
The 6 p.m. time might be TBD.
Yeah.
There
was a little confusion
Yeah.
about, there were 2 run clubs at once, but one was at 6, one was at 6:30, and I think we're still confused as to when it is every week.
Yeah, so because I'm also in this same run club, and the Zarban Run Club was always at 6:30, but then Fleet Feet, their run club was at 6, But then Fleet Feet puts on Shoes and Brews, but at Sunny's where the Zarban Run Club happens. So it was all very confusing. And I think we're still not sure what time Run Club is actually going to be going forward, or if we're still 2 run clubs, or if we're back to 1 run club.
But
So
we keep hearing we're back to 1. So we'll
yeah, I hope that
go
we're
with
back to
it.
1
Yeah.
because I feel like it's better to just have
Everybody run together,
it's
everybody
all the
warm up at the same
same,
time.
like, it's all people who wanna run, we're all the same age, well, not the same age, but, like, we're all young
Give or
people, we
take.
just all wanna, like, meet each other, and so I think it's better when there's, like, a larger group like that,
No,
I
I
thought.
definitely agree.
Yeah.
And it was it was a good time.
It looked like there were so many people at that one.
And you don't have to be a runner to go to these things.
Mhm.
I am not a runner, or at least I haven't been in a year probably. So I'm just lucky if I make it to a mile and a half, 2 miles. But they have a 3 mile, a 4 mile, and then a 6 mile?
Yeah, I
Or
think there's a
3, 5, and
6-mile
6.
one, yeah.
Something like that. So any pace you wanna run, any distance you wanna run, it's just a
Yeah.
place to hang out and socialize.
And lots of people walk too. People bring their dogs, people bring kids in a stroller. Yeah, you can kinda do whatever you want. You don't
And
even have to, you can just come at the end, just have a
and you
drink
get
with us.
discounted drinks at
Yeah,
Sunny's,
yeah.
yes.
Alright, cool. Where else did you go?
I was invited to the preview night for Jewell. On
Ooh,
Capitol, the jazz, I think it used to be a jazz club, but I think actually it's just a music venue now
okay,
for lots of different genres, not
okay,
specifically jazz, but it's inside the Marriott.
cool.
No, it was cool. That was right around the time the storm happened for me, so I just about got stuck there.
So this was when I was in New York, was when I missed all of the storms, and we're, like, messaging in our Slack, and our colleague Megan was like, "I hope everybody's okay, like, weather's getting bad," and, of course, I'm like, "Wait, what's going on?" 'Cause it's nice and sunny in New York City, and then find out that there's these tornadoes coming in, and then Delaney's like, "Oh, I'm, like, out working," and I'm in my head, I was like, "Crap, I should have gotten workers' comp insurance, like, if Delaney gets stuck in this storm."
No, I didn't even know tornadoes were happening. I'm oblivious to all news going on throughout the day. Like I play it literally minute by minute for the
Yeah.
most part. But yeah, Megan pulling through for me, giving me the
Mhm.
live updates from the news, like helped me out because then I got the heck out of there.
Yeah, Megan was, like, at home, like, texting us photos of her, like, TV,
News
what was
spot
on the
tech.
news.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
But speaking of places inside hotels, I
Yeah,
also went to Nick's Quorum and Supper Club.
okay. I
And
didn't
that's
realize I was in a hotel.
yeah, it's inside the Hilton. So I've just been bouncing
Oh.
around hotels downtown, really.
Hilton, Marriott, Hilton.
Yeah, and I think it's only been open probably about 6 weeks, and you
Okay.
do not have to be a member. It sounds like a club, but you don't have to be a member to go to it. You
Mm.
don't even have to, like, be staying at the hotel to go. But it's got prime rib, that's what it's known for, and they bring out these little relish trays, which I guess are, like, staples of supper clubs.
Oh.
But it was so cool. They just rolled the prime rib right up in front of me
Whoa.
and opened it up. I was like, "Ooh, fancy, fancy, fancy." But the manager, like, it's always interesting going to different places and seeing how different restaurants kind of treat you because they
Yeah,
know you're here for a specific purpose to,
to
like,
film.
to film, yeah.
Yeah.
So in this case, he was, like, all over us, just chatting us up a storm. I would order stuff, and the person I was there with would order stuff, and it'd come out with, like, even more food than we'd ordered because he wanted us to try even more, like
Yeah.
bone marrow pâtés and beets, which were really good, by the way. They don't sound
Okay.
good, but they were.
So you guys hadn't even ordered that, they just,
Yeah,
like, brought you out extra
yep, the
stuff.
manager was just like, "I'm gonna throw in a few more things for you." And I was like, "Oh, I guess we'll see."
Was it like a media preview night when you went there, or
I
but
think it
they
was just a general thing, like general filming session that we would
okay,
normally do, but
okay.
there was another influencer there, so it's always kind of fun
Oh,
to overhear, like, if they pitch the same stuff back and forth to
yeah,
different influencers or content creators.
yeah. Yeah, whenever I go to, like, either media nights or just, like, going to film and stuff, which I don't do as much anymore, you do most of that, um, but whenever I would bring my friends and they're like, "Whoa, you get, like, VIP treatment," and it's kind of interesting, it comes with the job because obviously people know that it's, like, we're gonna be highlighting their business and stuff. There was one time, this was a couple of years ago now, I was filming at Dundee Dell, and that is connected to the Pine Room, which is an awesome bar. I think a really underrated bar. Um, but the bartender there is just like, he makes such good drinks, is like so knowledgeable about stuff, and like you can tell he's just so passionate about like his drink menu. And the friend that I was with is also like a huge foodie, like also loves drinks and stuff. And this bartender just kept bringing us out drinks because he was excited that we were excited about it. And this was at like 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. And I left there and I was like, I'm really drunk.
No, no.
In the middle of the workday, I was like, I don't think I can drive home.
See, that's some of the perks of the job, getting drunk in the middle of the day.
It is. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Like, what other job would that be acceptable? Literally none.
None. Nope.
But yeah, it is interesting, like how, like if people know that we're with Omaha Places, they'll just like bring us out stuff, which is so nice of
Yeah,
them. Like,
it really is. And my
yeah,
friends have always noticed the VIP treatment too. But
really.
yeah, I'm like, it's a lot of pressure though sometimes. Like,
Mhm.
especially if I know it's like a lot of money that they're paying to do different
Yeah.
packages with us.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I have to really perform my best as
Yeah.
well.
And I feel like that too is something that maybe a lot of our followers don't realize, is that it actually is a business behind Omaha Places. So like we have Omaha Places and then we also have a social media agency, 402 Social. And I think a lot of people, they just don't know all the work that goes into running a social media account like this. But they don't realize that a lot of the posts we do are sponsored. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. That's how we make money. We're a team of 3 full-time people and 1 part-timer. And so yeah, it is like we do have to perform when and like act professional and stuff when we are going in to film these places, because they are spending money, and especially for a local restaurant, like it's their advertising budget. So yeah.
No, I feel that for sure.
Okay, so one of the things that we wanted to do every week on this podcast is answer listener questions. So if you are following us on Instagram, you might have noticed we put up a question sticker this last week and asked you guys to submit some questions for a secret project we were working on. And surprise, this is the project. So we both pulled, I think we both pulled 2 questions that we are going to answer. We'll both kind of answer these questions, but we just each chose 2. So the first one that I picked was, what are some good dog-friendly patios in Omaha? We are planning on doing a post about patios coming up soon. So we were actually discussing that we would put like a little disclaimer on the patios that are dog friendly. I don't have a dog. So do you have a dog?
I don't have a dog. I
Okay.
really want a dog though.
Really?
Yeah, and I saw all of them at Zarban Run Club, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I need
That's
to
your
get a dog
sign.
so I can
Yeah.
run with it. Yeah.
But yeah, anytime people ask about either dogs or children, I'm like, I have neither one of those. So those ones are always hard for me. But we did come up with some dog friendly patios. So Inner Rail is like the first one that came to mind, just because their patio is huge too.
And there's a lot of outdoor space.
Yeah,
over
tons of
there.
outdoor space. Plus, it's right next to the dog park in Exarban. So it's just very convenient. Archetype is another one, and Archetype allows dogs inside as well. So it's not just their patio. And the only one I'm not sure if they allow dogs inside is the Millwork location. I know that the other 2 allow dogs inside and they have outdoor patios. Omaha Dog Bar, that's just an obvious one. If you guys have dogs and haven't been there, you should definitely go there. Or even if you don't have a dog, because I've been there without a dog before.
Yeah, seriously, if you just
really
love dogs, the Omaha Dog Bar is a good place to go get your fix.
Yeah. And I don't think there's a cover if you're just going as a human. I think the dogs have covers.
See, I didn't even know that that was a thing.
Yeah, I think. Again, I don't have a dog, so I could be totally wrong about this. But I'm pretty sure humans get in free, dogs have like a little cover, but then obviously the humans like buy drinks or food or something.
Interesting concept.
Yeah. Bear chin, I know I'm
Barkin?
Barkin.
It seems like German to me.
Is it Barkin?
We don't know. This is another one of those things that we always struggle with in this business.
Pronouncing things is really hard. And please respectfully tell us if we mispronounce something. Please don't be mean.
I know there are some Italian restaurants we mispronounced before.
Yeah.
And I try my best while I'm at the business to try and get their pronunciation if I know it's going to be an issue. But sometimes I just forget, and Connor just has to fly with it.
Yeah, there have definitely been some things that we've messed up the pronunciation. But okay, the beer garden in Benson, they are dog friendly. Do they have the patio upstairs?
You
Oh, no,
know,
they have it in the back. It's in the back. It's not
yeah.
the rooftop one. I was thinking of 1912, but I
Yeah,
think
the
they
rooftop
closed.
one is going to be a new business. It's going to be the Tenant. It's going to be a fine dining
Oh,
restaurant soon. So
really?
I'm waiting to go in there as soon as it opens. I keep seeing painters coming in and out of it.
Delaney's
I'm
my resident Benson girl. I don't make it up to Benson very often, but she always knows what's
So
going
if
on
you've
in
noticed
Benson.
like a lot of Benson businesses getting shown on our page, it's because like I walk by them every day.
Yeah. And then also Night Owl. I did have to DM Night Owl the other day to double check this, but Night Owl also has a nice little patio in Blackstone. They are dog friendly.
Just
Any
gotta
oth-
keep them on a leash, I think, is what I
yeah,
saw.
yeah, and that probably goes for any of these places
Except
that
the
they have to
Omaha
be.
dog.
Yeah, except the
Like,
Omaha
yeah,
Dog Bar. They can run around. Do you know of any other places off the top of your head?
I don't. Because
Um,
again, I'm not a dog person, but we will look
yeah.
them up for you and add them to the blog post and the post
Yeah.
on our
Also,
social
if you
media.
guys either own a business or work at a business that has a patio, and that's dog friendly, shoot us a DM and let us know so that we can include it in our upcoming roundup of patio spots because it is patio season and we are
Yay!
so excited. Okay, the second question that I pulled was when you started, did you ever think the account would get as big as it did? And I liked this question because it wasn't specifically about Omaha. It did kind of go into a little more of like the behind the scenes, like the history of it. And the answer is yes, but I didn't know that it would happen so fast. I had actually I grew up in Omaha, but I'd lived in San Francisco and Dallas before moving back to Omaha. And both of those cities had accounts similar to Omaha Places. There's one, very, very similar one in Dallas that also had a social media agency. And I was already working in social media. I was kind of a one person social media agency. So I already had that experience and knew that it could be monetized. And it was kind of slow growth for about 6 months. And then it just kind of exploded once people really started to hear about it and we got some momentum going. I truly thought that I was going to be just a one person show for 2 to 3 years as I kind of built it up, that it would be kind of a side hobby. Maybe I would make a little bit of money off of it. And now here we are 2.5 years later, and we got a full blown team and we're doing a podcast and we have a newsletter and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So yeah, I
I couldn't
definitely.
believe when I moved here, like it was as big as it was, and I used it for literally everything. I checked Omaha Places every Thursday. I
Yeah.
was like, why hasn't she posted yet? This is normally out by now. What is going on?
I'm glad you noticed. When I went to YP Summit a few weeks ago, I totally forgot to post the What's Happening in Omaha video. And somebody came up to me literally at the end of the day. So, like 4:30 p.m. And they're like, "Oh, I love those videos that you do." And I was like, "Oh, I forgot to post it today." I was like, "Nice to meet you, but I gotta go."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was lost in a forest at that time. I was in Fontell Forest filming and got lost. So I was not worried about that at the time either, but I definitely would have noticed when I got home at like 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, no, you have to tell the Fontell Forest story because if people have seen the video, there's a very nice video about Fontell Forest up on our TikTok and Instagram. But little would you know the behind the scenes of that
Yeah,
video.
I probably got there, I think 1 p.m. in Fontell Forest. I was there with my friend. We were just going to do a little filming. I was like, I want to get some trails. I want to get some wildlife, maybe get some water features or something cool, just because it was kind of like dead at the time. But yeah, we ended up taking this way long trail in the back and then I was like, we've lost track of time and now I'm lost. We need to like make it back. We've already been out here for like 2.5 hours and I have work to do today. And so I was like, okay, let's read this map and see if we can figure it out. And there were no trail signs, no trailheads or whatever, and we did not know where we were. we were crossing all these railroad tracks. I'm like, I guess we could follow the railroad tracks home. I don't know. But like, I have another filming session at Blue Barn tonight. So I need to like get
Get out
there.
of here.
Yeah, right now. So I ended up calling an Uber. There's like a little farm that I saw. I was like, we're going to go to this farm and I'm just going to call an Uber and it's going to pick us up. And it did, but it had to like drive through all this gravel road to get there. And I was like, I don't know. That was kind of stressful, but it was a good hike. I think I hiked 4 or 5 miles that day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Were you guys out there for like
Yeah,
hours?
I was over 23,000 steps on my Garmin. It was a long time. I was like, good thing I worked this job because I'm here filming and I'm lost and I'm not doing any work right now. I'm just stressed.
It's crazy because like I feel like that's proof how many miles of trail Fontell Forest actually does have. I've never ventured that far
Or,
into Fontell.
I mean, maybe it's just because we were tracking back. I don't know how we did it.
Yeah, were you going like back on trails you had already been on, or could you
I
tell?
saw some of the trails and we were trying to like find our way back that way, but I was like, it took us 2.5 hours to get where we are. It's going to take us
Oh,
2.5 hours to get back if we're even on the right trail.
yeah.
So yeah, it was impossible, but they say that if you just follow the trail, eventually it'll lead you right back. All the trails lead right back. But I was like, I don't have
Nice.
time to like figure that out today.
Yeah.
So I Ubered right out of there.
Ubered back to the
Thank
parking lot to
God.
get your
Yeah.
own car.
Yeah,
Oh my
seriously.
gosh, that's hilarious.
It was wild, but
Okay, what questions did you pull?
I pulled the what would you tell or recommend to someone moving to Omaha? And I pulled this one because it's only been 2 years since I moved here. But I would say just you need to like put yourself in places where you can meet people that are either like similar hobbies as you or are working with you at some place so that way you can build relationships because I tried to go to local places and try to meet people organically and it was just hard and I felt like in Omaha it is like a tight-knit group of people and they find their groups and they kind of stick with it so breaking into those is really hard if you don't have like an in but eventually like I have another job where I work, and that's helped me make friends. I'm trying to join the Zarban Run Club. I'm part of a mini bowling league,
Oh my
you
gosh,
know,
fun.
and it took me about a year to make friends, and I'm slowly like getting into it. And that's probably the advice that I would give.
Tell people like where you're from. So you weren't living in Omaha until like 2 years
Right.
ago. What's your story? Tell us who Delaney
So
is.
I actually lived about an hour south of Omaha, and so I would come up here for shopping, like prom dresses and stuff. Super small town, 5,000 people. Guess it's not that small, but it is small for people here.
Yeah.
And then I lived in Iowa City for a while as I was going through college, and then I moved here for a finance job of all things, which I was a journalism major, so I don't know how I ended up there. But yeah, it was kind of like a lonely figuring it out period of my life, and then I just kind of took some chances and I was like, I'm tired of like being sad and lonely. I need to put myself out there. So I did. So I applied to a job at Blue Sky, which I saw in Omaha Places because I followed Omaha Places for everything. And it's funny because a year ago I was considering joining running club. And it's only
Really?
been like a year later that I actually did it.
Oh my
Because I was trying to like run in Elmwood Park the same routes so that
Yeah.
I could feel included.
Yeah.
And so I could keep up with everybody, but I was
Yeah.
like, now I'm confident enough with the friend groups I have. I don't need to like. I know that Zarban Run Club is not like that.
Yeah.
You can literally run half a mile and be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, just joining things like that helped me, and then I got the Omaha Places job. And people ask me all the time, like, how did you end up having the best job in Omaha? I'm like, I don't know. It was just a little bit of luck, I think, and right timing.
Yeah. And I feel like there is a lot of like journalism skills that we utilize in our jobs. I was also a journalism major. I don't even know if you knew that.
I did know that.
Okay. Yeah. I was photojournalism, but yeah, it totally feeds into like what we're doing. So
all
at
the
the end
photography,
of the day,
all the video editing.
Yep. And we're telling the story of that business. So
And I always try to think of that when I'm putting together a video. I'm like, how is Cahner? Because I have to make the videos and then Cahner tells the story. So
mhm.
it's kind of fun the way that we work together because I'm like, how is Cahner going to construct this? I'm going to try that and construct it for her.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that actually. I didn't know you, like, edited videos with my voiceover in mind. That's kinda cool.
Yeah, that's how I start the video because I'm like, how is this going to come together for your words to go on top of
Yeah.
it?
It really is, we're getting a little off topic, but it really is a collaborative effort to put these posts together because Delaney's filming stuff and editing everything, and then I put the voiceover together, and then Maddie, our copywriter, writes the captions. So any notes, like if I have a specific way I want the caption to be written or like the content that we're including, like I have to let them know. And then if Delaney's like eating certain things on the menu or off their drink menu or something, or just wants to make a certain note, like we have to convey that to Maddie so she can construct the caption to kind of match what we see in our heads. And then sometimes the clients have specific things that they want us to feature. So there's a lot of back and forth
Yeah.
and like our communication over just one single post sometimes is like a long conversation, which yeah, again, just that behind the scenes of like how much work actually goes into creating all of these
Right.
posts.
And I've always thought I was an individual worker and like my day to day is pretty individual. But when it comes to these projects, it's so much teamwork
Yeah.
that goes into in each individual post.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
We were even talking about that, I think on our drive home
from the retreat.
from the retreat. And we were talking more in the sense of Maddie, I think, was saying that Maddie is still in college. She's a UNO student. And she was saying she had a group project she had to work on that night. And all of us were like, oh, we hate group projects. Like, we're so happy we're not in school anymore. We don't have to do group projects. And then we were like, wait, our
Every
whole
day
job
is a group
project. So if you're in college and hating group projects, just know that you're going to be doing them for the rest of your life probably. I feel like that's
you just hope
with
you find people around you that care as much as we do.
Yeah.
Like that's why this team works as well as it does.
Yeah, we're all very like passionate about Omaha and genuinely want these businesses to succeed that we're highlighting. So.
Right. Back to our questions.
Yeah. Okay, you had one more question. that you
The
pulled.
most recommended spring summer event in the Omaha metro area. And I had a list.
Yeah, there's
I
no
wasn't
way
sure.
to narrow down to one.
And we actually do have
event.
a post about this. We have 15 spring events and we'll do another one in the summer as well.
Yeah, that's actually a post that we're doing quarterly now. So we'll do like a spring events post and then a summer, fall, winter, obviously for the 4 seasons. And the spring one is on the like homepage of our website right now. So it's just omahaplaces.com if you want to find that. But yeah, which ones are you most excited about?
I'm really looking forward to the Omaha Farmers Market. It takes place every Saturday and Sunday. Saturday in the Old Market.
Yep.
And Sunday in Zarban Village.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's dog friendly as well.
Yeah, it is. So, oh my gosh, so many people bring their dogs.
Best part.
So many. I've seen TikToks from past years where people are like, "Oh, I'm so excited to buy some produce," and then they just like film all the dogs, and they're like, "Actually, this was the best part."
Yep. And it's just fun to dress up, even if you're not like a farmer's market girly. It's just fun to walk around, dress up, look cute, and buy some flowers for yourself or something.
Yeah, yeah, that totally is.
I also had late nights at the zoo.
Yes.
That's starting May 30th.
Yeah, so later this month. That is always a good one. I'm excited about that. And also, we can kind of combine this, I guess, with events happening also this weekend. Junkstock, by the time this comes out, it'll be
The second
weekend of Junkstock. If you didn't know, Junkstock is still happening despite the tornadoes. It has actually been amazing to see the cleanup out there. Junkstock is also one of our agency clients, and so we run their TikTok account. We make some cool videos. You should go follow them. But so we've been out there filming like this entire week, or I guess the week leading up to.
We'll be out there
1.
all weekend.
Yep,
at least one of us.
Yeah, some days even multiple of us will be out. So all 6 days of Junkstock, our team will be there, and yeah, that's definitely a most recommended spring event that I would say as well.
So many vendors, over 200 vendors to shop.
Yeah.
So much food to eat.
Mm-hmm.
They have live music. It's just all around a great festival to go to.
Megan made a TikTok for them recently, and it was a slideshow of every single food vendor, and the slideshow just keeps going like
What?
forever. I'm like, how much time did that take you? I don't even know how much time it took her, but yeah, it's a
I'll have to check it out
yeah,
because
it's a good video. Like it's very in depth. She listed every single one.
what a queen.
I know, right? But yeah, if you want to see even more spring events, definitely go check out that blog post on our website. It's somewhere on our Instagram too. It might be a little bit buried on our feed by this point though. And the last thing that we wanted to talk about is events happening this weekend. So we are always going to put this section at the end of our episodes just because if you are listening to this after the weekend has passed, then this section might not be relevant. But yeah, we just want to highlight maybe some of the things that we're going to be checking out ourselves or that we just know is happening. Sometimes we have to go to these events as like sponsored attendance or like they're asking us to come for Omaha Places. Other times we just
Like to go for fun.
yeah, we're fun people just
We're
in our
young.
personal lives
We're young
too.
women too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, where are you going?
I'm going to be filming Strength Saturdays in Village Point, and it's a free workout class that they're putting on through the different workout centers that they have in that area. So I think the first one is Power Life, and that's on May 11th at 9 a.m. So take advantage of those free workout classes. I know there's yoga all over the place.
Yeah.
Like
I know that I think Lotus House of Yoga is doing on Wednesday
in
nights at the
Riverfront.
Riverfront. Yeah. That's another post that we should do actually is free workout classes around Omaha because there are so many. And I don't think a lot of people know like how many
And
there
it's
actually
so
are.
nice that they make it accessible to everyone.
Yes.
Like, especially if you can't afford those memberships, because I know they can be a little pricey.
Mhm.
Plus, if you just want to try something out that you've never done before, like I
Yeah.
feel like Elevate Cycling is going to also be on one of these Strength Saturdays. Might be fun
Yeah.
to check out
Nice.
before you like commit.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Um,
I know we already mentioned Junkstock. I'm definitely going to that. Also, the Sheelystown Makers Market. So that starts on May 11th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that happens every second Saturday through September, which I actually didn't realize that it was a reoccurring
Reoccurring.
thing. Yeah. And I've been to Sheelytown before, but I've never to one of their markets. So I'm excited to check that out. I think they're
That
going to
would
have
be
some
fun.
really good vendors because
And it's a little greenhouse.
yeah, it's like
Shop?
a plant store, right
Cute.
off Center. Oh gosh, what's the cross streets? 30? No, not 30th. Maybe 30th and Center? No, 40th and Center.
Everybody types it in their maps anyway.
Yeah, just type in
Like-
Sheely. But it's like that cute area
Yeah.
of Center. Or yeah. You know what area I'm talking about? Like
I'm
Viz Major
yeah.
is right
Okay.
there, and Sunnyside and Bull Moose Bar.
Yep.
Yes, it's like the one
Okay.
like little it's like the only
Yeah.
cute area of Center, I feel like. So yeah, that is happening. And they're pet friendly too. They're little markets. So
Cute.
another place to bring your dog.
If you're looking for spots to hang out for Mother's Day weekend, Four Sisters is having a Mother's Day event. They're going to have a boutique bar, perfume bar, coffee from Zen. Who doesn't love coffee from Zen? And they're even going to let you fill out your Mother's Day cards there and they'll send them for you.
Oh wait, that's so
Isn't
cute.
that adorable?
I love that.
Yeah.
Wait, like, do they send them out the day of, or they'll just be received like the day after Mother's
I feel
Day?
like it'd be received like the next week, but if your
Okay.
mom lives far away or your mother figure lives far
Yeah.
away, it'd be a sweet thing to do.
Yeah.
And they'll take care of it for you.
Oh my gosh, I love that idea.
Yeah.
What a fun event.
That'll be May 11th, 10 a.m. to 2. So
okay.
definitely stop by. They'll also have permanent jewelry there from 24/7, which we featured recently.
Yeah, that post, so many comments on that post. I know, like you just mentioned their permanent jewelry, but they also do tattoos. And everyone in the comments was like, I've been trying to get an appointment, but they're booked out for like months. But that just shows you like how
Great
good
she
of a
is.
tattoo artist she is.
In the space. Like I always envision tattoo parlors as being like these really bright, loud places, but her little area is just so cozy and intimate, and it just makes you feel like comfortable being there.
That's so
Especially
cool.
since you have to be there for a few hours.
Yeah. Is she in Millwork Commons?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. In one of those side buildings with the numbers on them, if you know what I'm talking about.
Like under the Hello Apartments?
Yeah, kind of near there.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I've never visited the space, but it looked
I mean,
cool.
I was there while this lady got her tattoo. I was there the whole time.
Really?
I stayed because I'd never seen a tattoo be done before. I don't have any
Yeah.
tattoos.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, this is so fun, so interesting.
Yeah.
So
What
yeah.
tattoo did she get? Do you remember?
She got a vase with like flowers coming out of it, and I know they like symbolize something with her family, like her grandfather. So
Oh,
it was
cool.
like very, very meaningful, very
Yeah.
sweet, and it was the cutest. And she had me picking out the sizes and stuff. I was like, I don't wanna tell you what to do, because what if you hate it?
Yeah, that's kind of stressful.
But she's like, no, I love it. And this particular person had been going to 24/7 the whole time. So every tattoo she has is from 24/7.
Oh, cool.
So yeah,
They
it was
probably all
cool.
look super cohesive.
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff
great.
Too.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I feel like we barely even talked about Mother's Day. We don't we're not even doing a Mother's Day post, are we?
There's still time.
There's still time. Maybe we'll get one up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring my mom to Junkstock with me since I have to film on Mother's Day. So she gets to come to work with me. Take your mom to work.
I'm gonna try and take my mom too, but I think when she took me to the Orpheum last week, I got her sick. So
Oh no.
yeah. So hopefully she can make it.
Yeah. Dang.
And spend some good quality time.
Yeah. Well, if you guys want to hear about even more events going on this weekend, you can go check out our weekend event guide. We post a video every Thursday morning on TikTok and Instagram. And we also have a weekly newsletter that also goes out on Thursdays, so you can go subscribe to that as well. I think that's a wrap on our first episode.
Yay!
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, you can hear our episodes weekly on Wednesdays, wherever you get your podcasts. And we're also going to be uploading the video of this to our new YouTube channel. I don't even think we've formally announced that we have a YouTube channel now.
But we do.
I've been posting YouTube shorts for, I guess, like since the past couple months, like since the beginning of 2024.
But this will be our first long form piece.
Yep. So yeah, now we're going to be doing the long form. So wherever you prefer to listen to your podcast episodes, go check it out. And we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.